What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button, man. Make sure y'all hit that like button. It's mic check, 1 2 1 2, mic check 1 2 1 2. Let me know y'all can hear me good. Let me turn down the music just a little bit. Let's get a mic check 1 2 1 2. Everybody hit that like button. Everybody hit that share button. We about to get into it. We about to get into it. Sound is good. Sound is good. That's great. So yeah, y'all, we gonna get right into it, man. We gonna start out with a couple of videos, man, and we just gonna expound on them. We gonna get a little information from some of the people that's been around the industry for a while. And we're just gonna give our opinion, man. You know, nothing is fact, nothing has been to court, all of this good stuff like that. But there is a lot of speculation, though. There's a lot of speculation, you know what I mean? So, you know, sometimes we just gotta, you know, use our own brain. We know this industry is sick and twisted. Shout out to the homie Iceberg Thoughts, man. We just came from over there. That was a great show, sir. Shout out to the homeboy Iceberg Thoughts. If y'all haven't already, make sure y'all go sub up the Iceberg Thoughts, man. It's not a lot of good content creators over here, man. It's a lot of motherfucking people who just kind of try to slander and pretty much they don't have nothing else to talk about unless it's other people. You know, so shout out to the guys that go find, you know, good content, talk about real situations that's going on. Salute to my chat, salute to my mods, salute to the members. If you haven't already, man, copy your membership. If you see somebody dropping memberships, gifting membership, all you got to do is click on it and get you a free membership, man. Every now and then somebody shares the love and, you know, they drop new memberships. So, y'all, we're going to start out our expounding, y'all. We're going to go over a couple of videos. We're going to hear from different sources. We're going to hear from Dame Dash. We're going to hear from this lady that y'all see on the screen right now. This lady here is Jaguar Wright. She used to be a backup singer for Jay-Z. And we're going to talk a little bit about Jay-Z. Now, she used to be a backup singer for Jay-Z. She's fell on some hard times at times. So a lot of times people like to take that and say, oh, she lying because she broke, because this man rich. She want to see a black man down. No, some people just don't fall for the industry tricks. And they get attacked from every side possible, especially when they start speaking out. So without further ado, let's kind of get into what Jaguar Wright had to say. And then we're going to get into some of what Dame Dash had to say, because Dame Dash has mentioned that R. Kelly R-worded Aaliyah. But Aaliyah told him she didn't want him to speak on it. I think she felt more like a lot of these women are feeling, you know, right now when they come out and say something about a powerful figure, and then all these people that just like the music, all these people, they come to defense and they will attack the victim. So Aaliyah was wise way back then. I guess she didn't want her career to be attacked, didn't want her name to be attacked, didn't want to have to drag her parents into it, didn't want all these things to happen when she was at the height of her career. Because we all know Aaliyah died at the tender age of 22. I don't think people realize that. Because when we was growing up hearing Aaliyah, man, she was so damn mature. You know, even when she hit the scene. When she hit the scene with her music, when we seen the way she carried herself, hell, I knew back then, I didn't know that she was that young. Hell, you know, she carried herself in such a mature way. She was so talented. And then when she lost her life, I think we all thought maybe she was damn near 30. You know? But anyway, let's listen to a little bit of this, and then we're gonna just expound over it. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button. We got how many people? We got 84 people in the area. I don't know how many likes we got right now, but y'all make sure we should be matching our likes with the people in the area. We ain't talking about none of our haters right now. So it shouldn't be no haters in here. If you ain't here and you're a hater, I don't know what you're doing with your life right now. Because we ain't talking about you. There's somebody, I'm pretty sure there's somebody in this sector talking about me, hating on me. So go listen to them hate on me while we actually create real content over here. But salute to the chat. Let's get into the content.
Struggling. Jam on your horn out of bullshit.
Hold on, let me rewind it from
the
beginning.
But wait, wasn't this all around the time when Aaliyah died?
Yeah.
A little struggle. Jam on your horn out of. I didn't know just for page 6. Aaliyah didn't.
Now, that can sound crazy to a lot of people, y'all. That can sound bizarre. And that's what they want you to think when a woman like Jaguar Wright starts coming to the forefront. They want you, oh, that woman crazy, she bitter, she blah, 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 blah. But she has her reasons, and it's just her opinion.
She fell in love with Dane. And Aaliyah's gone, and, you know.
It's been over 20 years since the princess of R&B, Aaliyah, passed away in a plane accident. However, fans still want Aaliyah's case to be reopened because new evidence recently emerged suggesting that Aaliyah's death was planned by high-profile industry figures. But who are...
Now, Dame Dash has even called for a new investigation into Aaliyah's death. Because we're about to find out, is it choppy? How about everybody else? Is it choppy? Now, I did turn down the resolution on this video. Hold on, let me turn it up just a little bit. Am I choppy or is the video choppy? I had turned the resolution down, y'all, so I wouldn't have any, you know. Okay, it's better now, cool. So, Dame Dash has called for this too. Because we're going to hear that Aaliyah didn't want to get on that plane. She refused to get on that plane. She had a headache. She went and got back in the cab. Somebody gave her a pill for her headache and she passed out and they put her on the plane. We're going to find out that the video shoot for the Rock the Boat, y'all remember that? That was in Miami. They told her, hey, we got to go to the Bahamas to shoot the rest of this shoot. Dame Dash said, hey, don't go to the Bahamas. She ended up going anyway. Dame Dash didn't want her to go. Hype Williams was behind this. And on the way back, she didn't want to get on that plane. She felt bad about getting on that plane and she refused to get on it. They drugged her, put her on the plane, and everybody on the plane died. Yeah, there's a lot of shaky shit by some, and when we know how powerful this industry is, when we know how far $1 billion can take a person, how far people will go for power.
These industry figures who wanted to get rid of Aaliyah. Is Jay-Z one of them? Let's break it down.
A trail of tears for Aaliyah. A horse-drawn carriage carried the fallen star's casket through the streets of New York, a somber procession reminiscent of the funeral for Princess Diana. To many, Aaliyah was more than an entertainer. She was a role model who lived with grace and goodness. Aaliyah left this world like a princess.
Those old enough to remember Aaliyah in her heyday know that if she was still alive today, most R&B girls wouldn't even stand a chance.
I can agree to that. Back then, I ain't gonna lie, the R&B game back in the 90s, it was real talent back then. You know, when Destiny Child came through, Aaliyah, who else, y'all? You know, there was real talent back in the day, but Aaliyah was different. She was different. She was solo. Well, everybody will say that. Dame will say anything to get at Jay-Z. I don't think so, though. I think Dame has enough power, enough money, enough brilliance that he ain't got to do petty shit. I think he's just telling the truth. And he's definitely, if somebody killed my girl, or I felt like they had something to do with killing my girl, I might tell the truth too. I mean, I'm a really, express that to the world. Because when you behind all these scenes and stuff, I mean, behind all these big powers, and Dame never wanted to sell out to the industry, which he prides himself on. Alicia Keys, like Aaliyah was a different kind of monster, y'all. And she had a lot of secrets, y'all. Y'all got to remember, she got discovered at 12 years old. All these niggas tried to get at her before she was legal age. And when she started getting up to the age where she was like, okay, now I see what's going on. You had a lot of people that she had a lot of dirt on, especially R. Kelly. R. Kelly was really close to a lot of powerful people. I'm not saying he had something to do with it. And we can say her people threw it to the wolves, but sometimes the wolves didn't come and take it. Sometimes the wolves come and take what they want.
Aaliyah was that girl back in the day. She could sing, dance, and act. She was smart, beautiful, and humble. She literally had it all.
I've had a lot of success. I've got dual careers now, and sometimes I'm like, wow, this is amazing. This is real. Sometimes I'm taken aback.
And to remind y'all, when you really think about it, who replaced Aaliyah, y'all? After Aaliyah died, who replaced Aaliyah? We ain't got to think about it too hard. Everything that Aaliyah was doing, who replaced her doing the same stuff? Hey, when you think about it.
I can't believe it.
But sadly, on August 25th, 2001, 22-year-old Aaliyah lost her life in a plane accident in the Bahamas.
When there's nothing holding you back.
Hold up. Commercial. Got to get the commercial out the way.
Only 22 years old, this pop sensation was a popular singer. She was an actress in some movies recently, even a Grammy nominee. Tonight, her family is in mourning. Fans asking, why her?
According to the official story, the plane carrying Aaliyah and 8 others crashed because it was overloaded and operated by an inexperienced pilot. However, Aaliyah's fans never accepted the official narrative because there are a lot of details that simply don't add up. To give you some context, on August 21st, 2001, Aaliyah appeared on BET and revealed she would start shooting the video for Rock the Boat the following day with director Hype Williams.
Now, when can we expect that?
I shoot the video tomorrow, as a matter of fact.
Okay.
And that video should be out, we're hoping, beginning of September.
Okay.
We actually just
This was the last time we seen Aaliyah, y'all. This is the last time we seen Aaliyah. She was so multi-talented. Every young girl wanted to be like her. Every young girl. All you used to hear the girls at school singing was age ain't nothing but a number. And now that we look back on it, oh man, I don't even want to say it. Y'all can know what I'm trying to say, right? We look back on it like, oh shit.
goes back to back. We do Rock the Boat first, and we're doing more than one. So we got them coming back to back.
On August 22nd, Aaliyah flew to Miami, where Hype had set up a green screen set to film dance routines and underwater shots.
Wait, watch your head. Watch
Watch your head.
I got you.
I'm going to break mouth on this one.
Now, I want y'all to remember this part. Hype Williams, y'all, in Miami, what she just said, the video shoot was in Miami. Remember what's being said right here. Because Dame Dash gonna collab a story to this. Now, Hype Williams is the same producer that produced Big Pimpin' for Jay-Z and UGK.
Like you get red lollipops, you get red mouth.
However, for some unknown reason, Hype suddenly decided to move the production to the Bahamas. And on August 23rd, Aaliyah and employees of Virgin Records flew to the islands.
For an unknown reason, they moved the video shoot from Miami to the Bahamas. They had everything they needed in Miami. But for some reason, they switched the video shoot from Miami to the Bahamas. Now you gotta fly.
But Hype never explained why he made Aaliyah fly to the Bahamas when they had everything they needed for the video in Miami, including a high-end green screen set and beautiful beaches. Aaliyah's ex, Dame Dash, later said that he told Aaliyah she shouldn't go because she was terrified of flying, and it simply didn't make sense why Hype was forcing her to go to the Bahamas.
So I was like, you know, he's gonna make you do another day. Don't do it. Trust me, it's just so he can spend money, you know. And sure enough, she came home that day, and I had a big house. I rented this house. She's like, I'm going to, you know, there. And I was like, I just thought that it wasn't necessary.
Also, according to Dame, when Aaliyah wrapped up the shoot in the Bahamas on August 25th and saw the plane they gave her, she instantly had a bad feeling.
When she actually was saw the plane, she there was a BlackBerry. She said, I don't like this plane. And I was like, well, don't get on it. And she's like, well, I got to because.
Now, people could say, "Oh, Dame is bitter. He don't like he ain't got as much money as Jay-Z. He jealous." Why does man gotta lie about shit like this? Why would this man just lie about something so simple as just telling his story? The woman was living with him. Who knows her better than the man that's living with her? And at the time, she was of age. She was 21 years old. So a lot of people that want to say, oh, Dame and Jay-Z was messing with her when she was underage. No, I went and researched it. She was 20 when Jay-Z was hollering at her. She was 21 when Dame was hollering at her. So neither one of them messed with her while she was underage. It was only one person that messed with her when she was underage. The person that got a hold to her when she was 12 years old.
Right, and she always had a very serious fear of planes in general. So she had to overcome a fear to get on that plane.
But it gets even more disturbing from here. Dame also revealed that Lenny Kravitz, who has family in the Bahamas, offered Aaliyah his private jet, but Hype Williams took it from her.
Now, that's a detail that a lot of people don't know. Lenny Kravitz was going to give her his private plane. But Hype Williams, no. I'm going to make you fly to the Bahamas, and then I'm going to take your private plane and make you and all the people get on the private plane. Remember what they said happened to Aaliyah's plane? It was overloaded with luggage. It was too heavy. Had an engine failure. That was the excuse.
But what I was really more tight about was that I had heard that Lenny Kravitz had offered her a jet, and then Hype had took the jet. So that's what really pissed me off about this situation when I heard about that. So you could ask Hype about that.
That's what. Have you ever talked to Hype about it? And how'd that conversation go?
Ask him.
Now that's gangster. He said, ask him. We ain't seen Hype Williams since, y'all. Have we seen Hype Williams since? Y'all remember back in the days, nigga, Hype Williams used to be on every rap. He used to produce every rap video. We used to see Hype Williams do every rap video. After that instant, what Dame Dash said? Ask him. Where that nigga at now? That nigga ain't showed his face since.
But the biggest clue that Aaliyah's death may have been orchestrated is found in journalist Kathy Iandoli's 2021 biography of Aaliyah. According to Iandoli, Aaliyah initially refused to board the plane and went back into a taxi cab, telling her team she had a headache. However, eyewitness Kingsley Russell, whose family...
Now look at this little ass plane. I don't know if that's the plane, but if that's the plane, I would have felt like her. I don't want to get on that shit. Good evening, Purple. If I was her, I would have did the same. I don't want to get on that little shit. It's 8 of us. We got all these bags. Think about it, y'all. 8 people getting on this little ass shit. Whole bunch of bags and shit. Nah, homie. But if this girl says she had a headache, she refused to get on the plane. Somebody supposedly gave her something for the headache, and now she did.
The taxi cab company revealed that someone from Aaliyah's team went into the taxi with her and gave her a pill. Shortly after, Aaliyah lost consciousness, and according to Russell, she was carried on the plane.
Kingsley Russell, who was 13 at the time, was in the car that drove Aaliyah and her team to the airport for their return flight to Miami. According to Kingsley Russell, they took her out of the van, and she didn't even know she was getting boarded on a plane.
Moments after takeoff, the plane crashed about 200 feet from the runway.
The plane crashed as soon as it went in the air. The plane ain't get to flying halfway there. I mean, they ain't even get out the motherfucker. They ain't even get out the damn airport damn near. On that little ass plane. They forced her on the plane. Drugged the woman. Forced her on the plane. She didn't even see it coming, y'all. Didn't even see it coming. She refused to get on the plane. They gave her a drug, knocked out, put her on the plane anyway. And guess who benefited from it, y'all? We about to find out. This is where the conspiracy come in at.
Pulling everyone on board.
But her life, her dreams were taken away. On board the doomed Cessna, Aaliyah and 8 others, including a representative for Virgin Records and a makeup artist. Investigators say one of the engines apparently failed. It crashed just short of a runway on Abaco Island.
So if this accident was really orchestrated, who benefited from Aaliyah's death? Well, according to Jaguar Wright, Jay-Z and Beyonce both had a lot to gain from Aaliyah not being around. And there's actually been a lot of speculation among fans that Jay hired Hype Williams to convince Aaliyah to fly to the Bahamas. See, when Hype directed Beyonce and Jay-Z's video for Drunken Love years later, many fans pointed out that the opening scene of Beyonce carrying a trophy could symbolize her snatching Aaliyah's place as the biggest R&B star. And on top of all this, there's also the fact that Jay-Z was close to R. Kelly, who...
Well, we all know that.
YouTube is the new home of NFL.
We all know Jay-Z got real cozy with R. Kelly as soon as Aaliyah died. 2 niggas that was in love with this woman. Where they do that at? I'm gonna back that up just a little bit.
Symbolize her snatching Aaliyah's place as the biggest R&B star. And on top of all this, there's also the fact that Jay-Z was close to R. Kelly, who groomed Aaliyah and married her when she was 15 by using a fake ID.
Married her when she was 15. Now, I just seen a video where a dude that was locked up with R. Kelly. Now he's around and everybody wants to say, oh man, he only married her for a publicity stunt. He married her for a publicity stunt. 27 years old, marrying a 15-year-old for a publicity stunt when she already hot. She didn't need no more fame. She was already the hottest thing smoking. It wasn't even public that they were married. We didn't find that out till later. How is it a publicity stunt? How is it a publicity stunt if nobody knew? If it was a secret? If it was a publicity stunt, then it would have been public, right? Isn't that what a publicity stunt is? Make it public, let everybody talk about it.
It's very close. It's my best friend.
Yeah.
Now who found her in the whole wide world?
I found.
If we seen this today, what would we say? This young girl here talking about this is my best friend. I remember this interview, y'all. I thought Aaliyah was like 20. Look at her. What's good, Lion Locks? I thought she was 20 here. When I was a kid, I thought she was about 20 years old. I remember seeing this damn interview.
Aaliyah. As a matter of fact, Barry Hankerson, my manager, who's her uncle, told me to go up to Detroit and hear her sing. Once I got...
Her uncle was his manager. He told him to go to Detroit and check out my niece. Now watch what he say. Watch what old R. Kelly say after that, y'all.
Got up to Detroit. I didn't have to hear her sing because she was glowing.
By the way, did you hear R. Kelly saying Aaliyah was glowing when he first met her? Well, he was talking about a 12-year-old girl.
He said he didn't have to hear her sing. A 12-year-old girl, y'all. He didn't even have to hear her sing. Oh, she was glowing. She was glowing. He was 24 years old, y'all. The girl was 12 years old. He didn't even want to hear her sing. He just looked at her and say, look at this 12-year-old girl. Oh, don't worry about it. I got your niece. I don't care. That girl could have not even known how to sing. Listen to it again, y'all. How you go look at the girl, don't know if she could sing or not. You didn't even have to listen to her sing. You're like, oh, she going. Wow.
Leah. As a matter of fact, Barry Hankerson, my manager, who's her uncle, told me to go up to Detroit and hear her sing. Once I got up to Detroit, I didn't have to hear her sing because she was glowing.
By the way, did you hear R. Kelly saying Aaliyah was glowing when he first met her? Well, he was talking about a 12-year-old girl, because that's how old Aaliyah was when her uncle introduced her to Kelly. And while R. Kelly was only recently convicted, his predatory behavior was an open secret for years, and everyone in the music industry knew about it, including Jay-Z. In fact, Jay-Z recorded a joint album, Best of Both Worlds, with R. Kelly years after Kelly's illegal marriage to Aaliyah was exposed. Dash said when he
So
realized
a
he had
lot of
cut ties
people
with
like to
Jay-Z.
say, "Oh man, Dame Dash was jealous of Jay-Z. Jay-Z was the genius. Dame Dash got mad because he couldn't control Jay-Z." No, this man just had morals. He actually had love for this girl. Aaliyah had actually told Dame Dash what happened to her by R. Kelly. He wasn't rocking with that shit. I think he actually wanted to do something to R. Kelly. But at the time, R. Kelly was the biggest artist in the world. Dame Dash is behind the scenes nigga.
To do the tour. Yeah, but it still didn't work out. But you notice I wasn't a part of any of that, but and the karma happens. But the thing I didn't understand is I was like, I know I'm not with that. And because of the moral challenge and him choosing one way, I knew morally we weren't the same. So to me, Rockefeller was the funk. It was over. It was something that to me was just like, not to say unforgivable, but I couldn't understand it. You know what I'm saying? And then I didn't understand how people didn't, I thought, well, the people aren't going to have that. But nobody said nothing.
All this has led many fans and some industry insiders to speculate that.
So he thought people would say, hey, this is wrong. He thought the people would stand up. But nobody stood up. She told him to stand down. He wanted to stand up, but out of respect for her, out of love for her, he stood down because she asked him to. Because she probably knew the backlash it would bring.
Aaliyah's death was a sacrifice, and even Mary J. Blige once referred to Aaliyah's death as a spiritual murder.
I just know that was a murder. You know what I'm saying? That was a spiritual murder, whether people know it or not. Because God don't kill people. You know what I'm saying? Whether people know it or not. You know? I could go deep, but a lot of people, I would have to really bring proof. You know what I'm saying? For what I learned. And she just was cut down in the prime of her life. And it's so
Now think about what Mary J. Blige is saying. She's saying this subliminally. She knows.
there, and it wasn't time. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't. I believe it wasn't her time to go because, from what I know, it ain't supposed to go down like that.
What's also a bizarre coincidence is that Jay-Z and Beyonce went public with their relationship the same year Aaliyah died, and that's also when Beyonce's solo career finally took off. And if you ask Jaguar Wright, they're
Hey, when you think back on it, 2001. When you think back on it, in hindsight, nobody really, probably noticed that. But now when you look back over the last 20 years, you're like, damn. Damn. Is that a coincidence? I'll back up to Mary J part. I got it sped up so I don't get copyright strike or whatever, but I'll play it back again. They got it on the screen, so we'll read it. We'll read it out loud too.
J. Blige once referred to Aaliyah's death as a spiritual murder.
I just know that.
Okay, let's read it because I know it's kind of muffled. Y'all know how they do when they playing these 1990 these old ass interviews. That's before 4K was out there. I don't even know what to say. Cause I think they asked her about Aaliyah. Cause she's referring to Aaliyah. I don't even know what to say. I just know that was a murder.
That was a murder. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? That was a spiritual murder. Whenever people know it, whether people know it or not. She said it was a murder, and she's referring to Aaliyah's death. It was a spiritual murder. Whether people know it or not.
That was a spiritual murder, whether people know it or not, because God don't kill people.
Because God don't kill people. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? She's being careful. We know what they've been doing to Mary. She's been hanging on by a thread. She learned to shut her motherfucking mouth after that. Because we watch her go down for running her mouth. We all love Mary, but the industry don't. They act like they do. They act like they do.
You know what I'm saying? Whether people know it or not, you know, I could go deeper.
Whether people know it or not, I could go deeper. For a lot of people, I would really have to bring proof. So she's saying this, but she's saying whether people know it or not, I could get deeper. But guess what? If she would have got deeper, guess what would have happened to her? Guess what? And a lot of people wasn't catching this back then. Hell, I didn't even catch it back then.
But a lot of people, I would have to really bring proof, you know what I'm saying, for what I learned.
You know what I'm saying? She keeps saying, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
And she just was cut down in the prime of her life.
She was cut down from the prime of her life. It's so unfair. She's thinking, man, this could have been me. This could have been me. A lot of females in the industry think like that. So a lot of them probably comply because they don't want to be the next Aaliyah. They don't want to start exposing these weirdos. They don't want to be the next Aaliyah.
And it's so unfair, and it wasn't time.
I believe it wasn't her time because of what I know. It ain't supposed to be going down like that.
You know, it wasn't. I believe it wasn't her time to go because from what I know, it ain't supposed to go down like that.
What's also a bizarre coincidence is that Jay-Z and Beyonce went public with their relationship the same year Aaliyah died. And that's also when Beyonce's solo career finally took off. And if you ask Jaguar Wright, there are too many coincidences at this point not to wonder if Jay-Z was somehow involved in Aaliyah's death. In her recent viral interview, Jaguar alleged that Jay climbed his way to the top by eliminating his competition, including Harlem rapper Big L.
Hey, I mean, it's coincidental. But Big L, you know, Big L is who introduced Jay-Z. Man, I can listen. Big L is still one of the rawest lyricists, even after that man been dead over 20 years. And he's still raw than most niggas you hear today. You can listen to a Big L track right now and you be like, damn, that nigga got bars. This nigga was spitting shit in 1991 that niggas still can't spit right now.
First time I ever saw Jay-Z or even heard him spill rhyme was at an MC battle, street battle in New York. But he didn't show up as Jay-Z. He didn't show up as the hottest rapper on the street. He showed up as that was with Big L.
Rest
For
in
those
peace.
of you,
Rest in peace, Big L.
rest in peace, Big L. That was the
One of the
sensei.
dopest. Yes.
Big L was who put Jay-Z on.
Without question.
And then Big L died, and then the next thing you know, Jay-Z.
Jaguar said that once Big L died, Jay started building relationships with major industry players like Sean Diddy Combs, who at that point was already close to Aaliyah.
Boy, every time somebody touch that nigga, something gonna get fishy. Something gonna start acting weird every time somebody touch this nigga.
In the working, you know, camaraderie with honeycombs.
She called that nigga honeycomb. Hold on, y'all. Let's get past the commercial.
And AKA Diddy. And
she called that nigga Diddler. Diddler.
Why do you give him the honeycombs? Why do you give him honeycombs?
Because he smacks so sweet.
Because he smacks so sweet. Wow.
Jaguar also claimed that the real reason Jay-Z never spoke about R. Kelly harming Aaliyah was because he was guilty of the same thing.
And he was working with R. Kelly, and they were making so many records together. You know, they made all those records together. They both, Aaliyah, they shared so much in common. Whoever talks about best of both worlds? Best of both worlds. Nobody talks about that.
Nobody talks about this yet.
Nobody talks about that project.
Yeah, they definitely try to hide that project. That ain't one of Jay-Z's project that he want to act like he proud of. I ain't gonna lie, when that album came out, I stopped liking both of them niggas. I ain't like neither one of them niggas.
That's smooth under the rug.
Why? But that's not all. According to Jaguar, Jay-Z also wanted to have the main R&B girl on his arm. However, Aaliyah wasn't interested in him, and she started dating Dame Dash. And that's probably why Jay-Z threw Dame under the bus and shifted his focus from Aaliyah to Beyonce.
I think everybody that knows Sean Carter knows that he will slump anyone in any relationship for $1. Look at how he did.
What's up, Diva Divine Light? What's good, girl? What's good? What's good?
Dame. Like, I don't give a if you wanted to get away from your homie, if you wanted to get away from your partner, but to do it the way he did it, it's malicious. But maybe that was because he was the girl that didn't want you.
Oh.
But if it's true that Jay-Z eliminated his own...
Oh, man. Hey. Those some bars right there.
Competition. Did he do the same for Beyonce? Well, according to Jaguar, this is definitely a possibility. Jaguar explained that as soon as Aaliyah died, Jay-Z stole producer Rich Harrison from Emery, another artist who was a threat to Beyonce. And before you knew it, Beyonce and Jay-Z were on top of the game.
By the way, wasn't this all around the time when Aaliyah died?
Yeah.
And Beyonce's solo career was struggling? Damn on your horn now, that bullshit record.
What's good, SoFly?
From the Austin Powers, some of the worst stuff. They were having a hard time taking her solo. And then Aaliyah died. And then he brought Rich Harrison in. You know, right now. She liked posing with him in pictures for Page 6. Aaliyah didn't. She fell in love with Dame.
It sounds like Jaguar is saying Jay-Z sacrificed Aaliyah for Beyonce's fame. And looking at the comments on social media.
Well, according to Dame Dash, she might go out with niggas, you know what I'm saying? But she wasn't fucking all these niggas. See, just because a girl date a nigga, that don't mean they fucking them. You know what I'm saying? Just because niggas like somebody, hell, everybody want to date her. That don't mean everybody was fucking her. But that's a way that they use, you know, to try to slut shame somebody. So you don't believe the, you know, what's really going on.
Media, most fans believe that Jaguar is speaking facts. Jay-Z always said he'd get rid of you if he was blocking his paper, one fan said. Most people don't pay attention to words. They think these guys just talk over beats. I listen to what these people say. And another fan wrote, it's clear she was sacrificed. And who happened to come up and become the main girl after Aaliyah died? Beyonce. So that means she was sacrificed for Beyonce. Whether Beyonce was in on it or not is unknown though, but all will come to light eventually. But let's hear your thoughts on this. Was Aaliyah really sacrificed for Beyonce? And was it all Jay-Z's doing? Comment down below.
Now, like I say, that's just a conspiracy theory. Y'all don't take it as facts. It's just something to make you go, Just a little something to make you go, Oh, you sent me something, Divine? Okay, give me a second. I'll go look at my email. Did you send it to my email or? I'll check it in a second. Give me a second. I'm gonna have to take a little break real quick. So let's take a little commercial break. We'll listen to a little video. Salute to my homie Crucial K. He just dropped a new song today. Let's check it out real quick. I'm gonna take a quick little break while I pull up this next video and check my email. Enjoy this tune by the homie Crucial K. It's his latest song, I believe. And it's called I haven't listened to it yet, but I have confidence that my homie always dropping that fire. If y'all haven't already, y'all go sub up to my dog Crucial K.
Everybody, bow your heads, amen, grace. I can taste these pussy niggas from a mile away. Better bow your heads and pray. Get on your knees and repent. Y'all think riders ain't no shooters. Y'all riding the bench today. Find your own way. We got enough of that crime shit from Rod Wave. Tell him to his face in broad day.
I apologize about the lag, everybody. I apologize about the lag. I'm trying to see what's going on. I thought I cleaned this damn computer. I don't know. Maybe it's just the internet acting stupid today. I don't know why my internet want to act crazy today.
Tsunami coming to crush Rod Wave. Tell him goodbye ways. Send his crying ass over the Broadway. Crying in every song that's a Broadway. Move, I got something to say. God made me. God did it. God did this. He ain't make me all horrendous bit. I did that. Molded myself out of the pot from the crack. Matter of fact, on the ingredients that harden the crack. I swear to God, I give props when props do. And if I don't give you props, then it's not you. It's not in you. Stop trying. And y'all dick right niggas, y'all need to stop lying. Put down a pencil and keep them pots frying. Hey, man, I'm just saying, What you saying? Shit, I'm just saying. I done did everything y'all niggas talking about. When you take a tour around the country, then maybe we'll have something in common. Nah, I had a dream and I went after my dream and I seen a lot of scenes y'all ain't seen besides on TV. Really counting some other currency while niggas blind. They think about me, Stevie, wondering how in the hell, man, how in the fuck this nigga here get out of the look. I'm an alien, don't forget pimping human chicks.
My apologies, y'all. I'm not sure what's going on with my connection is acting up when it's coming to playing my dog song. Y'all just be patient.
Y'all just ugly as fuck. If you gonna talk about numbers, you better be good at math. I had the clip under the stick. Your body parts get subtracted. You acting a hoe, I'm a fat dick.
Oh, y'all. We just about to get more into the content. Sorry about that, y'all. We're about to get more into the content. I apologize about that.
Bitch, y'all better pay attention to me because y'all ain't seen shit yet. I'm really loyal, really humble, really a honey, and I'm real. Picture a nigga like me with a meal. I ain't talking about dinner either, because either way I'ma eat you. I came to teach to the preachers and all the leeches. You son of a bitches, man, I'm a son of a creature. Y'all niggas only hot cause I don't live in my little city. They call me for every little opening act. From the fucking beginning, I knew I was the shit when I opened up for Lenny Williams. You know I don't love you hoes, but I respect the real women out here getting it for their little chillin'. See my chillin' like it's cold outside in a bowl of chili. And my oldest son about to be the shit nigga like a bowl of chitlins. Ask my nigga killer, have I been killing it from the beginning? From the beginning, I was official running the city. Not a fucking drop a line in it. I was everywhere spitting it. From down south to up north and overseas, man, just Google it. It's an actual factual fact that I can really rap. The only rapping you good at is when them burgers needin' rap. And I'm a surgeon at his best. Knock all the thread out your vest. I put some holes in your chest. They like, oh, holy, he's a mess. See, I can hold my fucking own on any song against the best. With all the rest that y'all can test, they won't contest, cause they won't pass. Unless they pass gas out they asshole. Hey, ho, what you saying, though? Trying to stay up out the band, though? Hey, what's that smell, this asshole? Nigga, what the fuck? You get it? No funny shit on the shit. I'm snacking, I'm funky. You can smell the order that's on me on the piss and the shit that's off in the toilet. I'm every smelly nasty aroma from Crucial K to you. You can take this shit how you wanna. Shit how you wanna. Shit how you wanna. You can take this shit how you wanna.
Salute to my dog Crucial K, man. Salute to my homie Crucial K, y'all. Y'all make sure y'all go sub up to Crucial K. That shit there is fire. Hey, man, if y'all think Crucial K go hard, man, y'all should hear his son. Crucial K, if you in the area, man, send me your son music. Crucial K's son is up next, y'all. He has I think his son is about 18, and that boy is ready. He is ready. Like father, like son. Salute to the homie. So let's get back to the content. Like I say, salute to my dog Crucial K, man. He the one that got me into producing and, you know, all that stuff like that. He used to share my studio with me. He used to be my in-house producer, and he always had that fire. He took a tour of Africa, y'all. You don't know too many artists that are not signed that tour outside of America. When I first met Crucial, because he's my brother's best friend. And when I first met him, it was right before he took his tour of Africa. And you know, yeah, he was hot as fish grease around Brunswick. Took a tour of Africa. Hey man, don't too many people get to do that. But let's get into Dame Dash interview. He did an interview. On this podcast. It's called That's Fucked Up Podcast. And this interview was done 4 days ago. Now, the other times where he's given descriptions of what's going on, it's been a couple of years ago. Dame Dash has been quiet, but he's resurfaced. And he's got things to talk about. So let's hear what Dame Dash got to say. And I thought what he said here was very interesting. It's something that he said a couple of years ago, but it fell on deaf ears. But we listening now, Dame. What you got to say?
Australia, for some reason, it was like one of the rare times she was ever alone, but not with her like team like that.
Hold on, let me go back just a little bit more. I went too far. But he's speaking about Aaliyah. Let's hear what he got to say about Aaliyah. Let's go back just enough. I don't want to have to keep going back. But my internet ain't acting, it ain't at its best health right now for some reason. It ain't at its best health for some reason. I don't know. Maybe it's just one of those days. I actually had 2 internet services in here, and I thought this one was going to be the better one. So I literally just ended the other one, but goddamn, I'm like, damn, should I have ended this one and not the other one? But we'll see. We're going to figure this shit out. I haven't been having this problem lately, but I don't know what it is about today.
I get in there and punish him. I punish whoever hit him, yeah. But no, I never had a. That's what I'm saying. Him and I never argued.
So it just all of a sudden just fell apart.
Yeah, I was like, what the? I mean, obviously, I guess he held a lot of things that bothered him, but I didn't know. I think he just made a move on me. That's all. He just made a move on me. It was more business than anything. And it was like, you make a move on your brother, and your brother not gonna hit you, and that's he was the only person that could make a move on. So when like Steve and Leo and all of them were like telling them what to do, like why would you split it with 3 people when you could do it on your own? But that's fine. It didn't have to be a beef, but they wanted it to be like that because they wanted me out of business completely. So the narrative was that we were fighting, but we were never fighting.
But it seemed like, for me, at least on where I stand, and who knows where that is. But
now he's referring to Jay-Z. He's asking about, the tension between him and Jay-Z. Everybody thought that the tension was over Aaliyah, and he's gonna kind of now, confirm that.
But it just seemed like you fought all the corporate battles for Rockefeller.
I know, that's
so Jay could still interact with them. You had to be the big guy. You had to be the bully.
You play good cop, bad cop.
There you go.
And then that's what I'm saying. So that's why I don't respect it, but it is what it is. See, a bunch of horns out his head. So it is what, you know what I'm saying?
He looks like Basquiat now.
No, I don't get into all that, but I'm just.
Hold up. Did he just say he got horns coming out his head? And he's not joking. And he like, I ain't gonna get into that. Dame ain't playing right now. He's serious as a heart attack when he just said he got horns coming out his head. Listen to what he just said, y'all. Y'all think that was just a joke? Because I don't see him laughing when he said it. Say if Pac and Big was alive, Jay wouldn't have a hit, but Dame, a shrewd businessman and marketing genius, he stuck with Jay around for years, right? Dame was a marketing genius, man. You ain't see too many niggas produce their own movies and all that stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, State Property was genius, y'all. That was my real first, glimpse at Dame Dash. I was like, who is this dude, man? He funny as a motherfucker. His first character in that State Property, man, he was hilarious, in my opinion. And he played a real great role, in my opinion.
Yeah, I was like, what the? I mean, obviously, I guess he held a lot of things that bothered him, but I didn't know. I think he just made a move on me. That's all. He just made a move on me. It was more business than anything. And it was like, you make a move on your brother, and your brother not gonna hit you, and that's he was the only person that could make a move on. So when like Steve and Leo and all of them were like telling them what to do, like why would you split it with 3 people when you could do it on your own? But that's fine. It didn't have to be a beef. But
so he's saying that a lot of them industry people kept getting in Jay head. Hey, why would you split this with 3 people and you could be alone? Letting the white man get in his head when Dame is like, nigga, we are two businessmen, 2 black businessmen. Think about what they could build together. But they needed them separated. They
wanted it to be like that because they wanted me out of business completely. So the narrative was that we were fighting, but we were never fighting.
But it seemed like, for me, at least on you know, where I stand, and who knows where that is. But it just seemed like you fought all the corporate battles for Rockefeller.
I know, that's
so
what
Jay could still interact with them. You had to be the big guy.
Yeah,
you had to be the bully.
He played good cop, bad cop.
There you go.
And then that's what I'm saying. So that's why I don't respect it. But it is what it is. You know, see a bunch of horns out his head. So it is what you know what I'm saying.
He looks like Basquiat now.
No, I don't get into all that. But I'm just saying it's just like, you know, that wasn't the guy I knew. So the guy, I never thought he could do some shit like that.
The horns came out his head. That wasn't the guy he knew. Once he got a piece of that industry, them horns came out his head.
I really thought our brother was more. I didn't think there was a dollar amount.
Yeah, I've been betrayed like that before.
It's a human thing. I don't even take it personal. It's just, you know, I don't expect anybody to be as thorough as me. You know, I don't expect someone to have. What did I say the other day? I was like, I don't expect people to reciprocate my thoroughness. I don't think there's people that are cut from the cloth that I'm from.
I feel the same kind of way sometimes. You know, somebody can't understand my thoroughness. And people will try to cut my throat. And then when I see them trying to cut my throat and I counter their ass, and I make that kung fu move on their ass, let me take that from you. And I stab them with the same knife that they were trying to stab me with. I get a Sigma vibe from Dame Dash. He never has to look like the boss, but he know he the motherfucking boss.
He's from Brooklyn, so in Brooklyn they rob the plug. They don't work. It's like crazy. I remember I'd be like, why y'all robbing these? Don't y'all work with them? Fuck that. You know what I'm saying? Okay. You know what I'm saying? That's how it is. So, you know, it is what it is.
A few more questions? Y'all got anything?
So from your time of touring, what was the most fucked up situation that you ever encountered?
Since that is the program here. The most fucked up shit.
Touring or your time, you know, more like when you were doing all your thing with Rockefellers, traveling and all that.
What's the most fucked up shit you've ever seen? Ever. In the history of your life?
That I've ever seen?
Ever.
Experience?
Part of
Not
experience?
that, or just seeing people get killed. Like seeing a bullet go into somebody's head and it swell up with no blood. Watching life just, you know, leave a man. That shit is fucked up.
Yeah, it's really fucked up. If you never seen somebody get killed in front of you, it'll fuck you up. Have y'all ever seen someone lose their life? I've seen a couple of people lose their life, including my brother, my mother. You see people lose their life, it'll change your perspective of how you go through life. And this is why this man probably feel the way he feel. We all know what it does to us, y'all. We all know what it does.
Or going to a wake. The most fucked up shit was Aaliyah dying. That was the most fucked up shit. You know, shit I had to deal with that. You'd be surprised how people act when they think you're hurt. That's when they really start trying to make moves on you. But
that's when they try to make moves on you?
The most fucked up shit is when he seen when Aaliyah died, and he felt like that's when they start trying to make moves on him.
That's terrible.
You remember that when like that time I was beefing in Def Jam and shit? Like when I was they got that tape of me flipping on Kevin Lyles and
right.
The reason why they tried to that meeting, that wasn't Aaliyah, but my Big's brother Bobby Burt, Bobby Law had got killed, and we were all at wake the day before. So you know, I was like one of my first brothers that got, you know, that was the first time we ever dealt.
And we all heard about that. How Dame Dash went in there and snapped on all them folks, flipping over tables and shit. That's the first time we realized that Dame Dash was gangster. He was going through some shit. He was starting to see how evil the industry was, how cutthroat these niggas was.
With no shit like that. And that's when they made that meeting. They said they sent the email knowing we was all at the wake, and they made that meeting to do some shit behind my back. So that's when they go. And you know, business is ruthless like that. Life is ruthless like that. So, you know, I don't have no, I'm not like, you know, I'm like not butthurt about it. I just be like, all right, now I'm gonna torture you. And that's the reason why they gotta click up to get at me.
That's what they gotta do. They gotta click up to get at you. These motherfuckers don't stand alone. Weak ass motherfuckers. They gotta click up.
Leah situation where you supposed to be at the video shoot?
It wasn't. What happened was I was at. They were doing it in Miami, and I went State Property. The funny thing is, Freeway, she loved Freeway's records the most. Like that was her favorite artist. So I had them out there in the house making album or record together.
We never got to hear that album, y'all. Think about that, y'all. Aaliyah and Freeway. That would have been a dope album, y'all. Aaliyah and Freeway. Because Freeway had a kind of style where he can have a woman sing on the hook and then he come with that pain the way. And remember what happened to Freeway, y'all. Think about what happened to Freeway. Freeway wasn't one of these industry niggas. Think about what happened to Benny Siegel. Everybody that touched that nigga Jay. Think about it.
And so I flew out there with my kids so that I could bring Aaliyah to make the record. So I was out there, and then you know, she made the record with Hype. I mean, the video with Hype, and I just made like Big Pimpin' with Hype, so I knew what he was about. And
so now he's about to go into Aaliyah's situation around when Aaliyah was going to that Miami, what we just heard of, the day when Aaliyah died. This was his role in it, because at the time, he was dating Aaliyah.
I told her, I went to the video and was like, don't have him tell you that you need to go someplace else to shoot the video, because he just does that so he can skip. You know, he did it with us. And sure enough, Hype wants to go to this place. And I was telling her, I told you he was going to do that. So I told her, like, I didn't want her to go. And that's kind of fucked up, because that was one of the reasons why she was in such a rush to get back. You know what I'm saying? So, and it was crazy because that was like the one time her mother had got like a operation on her eye, so she couldn't fly. Her brother was in Australia for some reason. So it was like one of the rare times she was ever alone, but not with her like teen like that. And even when she got on the plane, she didn't like the plane. So like one of our last texts before she went there, because she couldn't text from there, and it was the BlackBerry at the time, was I don't like the plane. And I literally was like, don't get on it. I literally was like, don't get on it. But it was like, it's a long story. But yeah.
A long story. He don't want to get into it. There's more details, y'all. And the detail that he probably want to get into is he probably was the one that hit up Lenny Kravitz, you know, and tried to get a private flight. He probably knows about her getting drugged and put on there.
Yeah.
No worries.
No, just shit. I can only, not even that part, but just that's what it was. Like, she knew that plane was fucked up, so she got on it. She was always scared of planes.
How'd y'all meet?
How do we meet romantically, or how do we meet like at first?
Either, both.
Well, I first met her like a basketball game, but I wasn't really looking at it like that. She was like, you know, sort of like Nicolette, like a little boy to me. You know what I mean? Because she had the big.
Nicolette, she took offense to that.
No, she did. I was trying to get the narrative out for you. Don't you want that narrative? That's what I'm saying. I be wanting to. Like, you're gonna be. Are you a lesbian or you not? Like, what are you doing right now? You know what I'm saying? What are we appealing to? So, you know, I didn't look at her like that because she was like a tomboy. She was little to me. But then one time, she was. I guess we had the same bookkeeper, and I walked past, and the thing about Aaliyah was like every time I saw her, she looked different. So she had different looks every time, and I was like, "Who the fuck is that?" And I realized it was Aaliyah, and I just threw my A game. And then, you know, I guess Jay was trying to get at her as well, and I didn't know. And then, like, it got brought up, and I was like, "Fuck both of y'all." But it never worked out for them, and we were both like trying to get at her.
So he didn't know that Jay was trying to get at her. He started trying to get at her, and then when he found out, like, all right, fuck it, I ain't gonna try to holler at her. But then he realized Jay couldn't get her. She didn't like Jay. So she didn't like her. Just because your homeboy tried to get at a female and she don't like him, but she happen to like you, are you not supposed to talk to the female because she don't like that nigga? Come on now. I don't want to hear about them niggas clout chasing. We'll deal with that later. Hold up, y'all.
I kind of eased up, but then we ran into each other. It's a long story.
So you and Jay was both getting at Aaliyah. Obviously,
everybody was getting at Aaliyah, bro.
Right.
She was like, you know, she'll go to dinner with a nigga, but she wasn't going to just be smashing. So that was like the big deal, like who could get with Aaliyah. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
We all put, like,
was he bitter?
Obviously. Yeah, he felt the way.
The true reason of Rockefeller's breaking.
But that's, everybody knows that shit. Like, we were both. I
heard it, but I didn't.
Yeah, but they be trying to act like he was like really fucking with her. He was sending flowers and doing all this shit that nigga. He was courting her. So we were both going hard. And, and we ended up in the same house 4th of July. So for some reason, this day.
Wait a minute, you, Jay, and Aaliyah ended up in the same house.
Yeah.
So what Dame is saying, Jay never fucked Aaliyah. He was just courting her. He was buying flowers, trying to, you know, whatever. And she probably wasn't really into the nigga like that. I mean, think about Jay back then, man. He wasn't that nigga. Everybody was trying to holler at her. But Jay wasn't that nigga back then.
That's funny.
So it was like one day it might lean toward him, then it would lean toward me. But I was just on fire that week. Like I was just everything I was saying was funny. You know what I'm saying? It was like, and I remember coming downstairs, like it happened. He was like, this is gonna be hard for me. Because he was throwing, because his friends were laughing at him.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
Okay. So we ended on Aaliyah.
Well, I might have a fucked up question since we're talking about Aaliyah, and ignore me if it's too much. But do you have any opinion on the R. Kelly situation? Do you think he got railroaded?
Now this way it gets real, y'all. Pay attention. This way it gets real. And I like this podcast, y'all. If y'all haven't subscribed to this podcast, I just found them they got 300. Oh no, they only got 3K subscribers. Hold on. Shit, they only got 3.9K subscribers, but for some reason, Dame Dash came on here and blessed them with an interview. Small channel. That's Fucked Up Podcast. Y'all go sub up it's not spelled fucked up. That's F and three star signs. That's F Up Podcast. And y'all can go watch this full video. I watched the full thing yesterday, and it was interesting from beginning to end. So y'all can go check out the whole interview yourself.
Or he's there. He's where he belongs.
Yeah, I think he's where he belongs. I mean, I know Aaliyah, so I know what he did.
Dame Dash, a person that knows R. Kelly and Aaliyah, saying he's where he belongs. Not there's a technicality, not that there's a whole bunch of lying women and all that. Strictly on Aaliyah, that nigga is where he belongs. According to Dame Dash, a person that knew him personally. Knew from what Aaliyah told him, not from the speculations. From what Aaliyah told him. Now watch what he say now.
Oh,
I can't be objective about that.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying, but yeah, he definitely seemed like he needed some help.
You ever have beef with R. Kelly while you was with Aaliyah? You ever hang on to no shit or get weird?
She had asked me to leave it alone completely, so she never really wanted to tell me. It was like things I'd be like, yo, she just was just leave it alone. She just wanted it left alone. So that's the thing that people would be like when Jay was doing videos with him. I was being in the video, but I'd be like, yo, what do you want me to do? And she'd be like, don't start nothing, just don't be in no shots with him.
Wow. He was her man. He wanted to straighten that shit. But y'all know how traumatized a woman gotta be. Like, man, nah. Just leave it alone. Don't be in no pictures with these niggas. But, don't say nothing. It's gonna fuck up all kind of business.
So I'll never. You show me a picture of me in a picture with him and shit. Mm-hmm. And then when he did the record with him, but Jay, that was almost like one of the things where I was just like, he's out of here, Jake. I just let it go because I couldn't believe he did a project with R. Kelly, knowing that he had raped my girl. You know what I'm saying? So,
knowing that he had did what? What? I don't know if he meant to say that. Because he just said, it kept saying, leave it alone. He did a project with this nigga, knowing damn well he did what? And this is why he say R. Kelly is where he's supposed to be at. Do you think these niggas advocating for him and talking about now R. Kelly need to be free because of an email and all that bullshit? You think that they care about an eyewitness? Oh, don't believe all these women. Well, can we believe the men? He ain't got no reason to lie on this man.
Yeah, I think he's where he belongs. I mean, I know Aaliyah, so I know what he did.
Oh.
He know Aaliyah. He know what he did.
Like, I can't be objective about that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, he definitely seemed like he needed some help.
You ever have beef with R. Kelly while you was with Aaliyah? You ever hang on to no shit or get weird?
She had asked me to leave it alone completely. So she never really wanted to tell me. It was like things I'd be like, yo, she just was just leave it alone. She just wanted it left alone. So that's the thing that people would be like when Jay was doing videos with him. I was being in the video, but I'd be like, yo, what do you want me to do? And she'd be like, don't start nothing, just don't be in no shots with him. So I would never, you show me a picture of me in a picture with him and shit. And then when he did the record with Jay, that's why that was almost like one of the things where I was just like, he's out of here, Jake. I just let it go because I couldn't believe he did a project with R. Kelly, knowing that he had raped my girl. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, I didn't. If you look at it, like I'm not on there as an executive producer, and like he had done some.
Well, Dr. Waltz, I don't think there's nothing for him to tell on though, because when he was dating Aaliyah, she was 21. He was only dating her for a year and a half before she passed. She passed while she was 22. So he wasn't dating her underage, even though he was 8 years older than her though. Now he was way older than her, 8 years older than her, but you know, she was of age.
Bullshit before, like he wanted to get out of Rockefeller with us, but we had this OG named Deuce that, you know, he didn't want to, because he didn't want us to work with Biggs no more. He was like, we could cut Biggs, and I was like, I can't cut Biggs, like we could do something different, but Rockefeller's us three. And or then he wanted me and Biggs to take less money, and I was like, I'm not taking less money. So it was a problem about a year before that, and then our OG Deuce from St. Kix or St. Croix kind of straightened it out, and then he died. And then like a year later, him and Biggs didn't speak for like a year. Nobody knew. It was really him and Biggs that had the problem. I mean,
Jay and Biggs.
Yeah, and it's so funny because Biggs is up under him now. But it was really Jay and Biggs that had the problem. Like they had the beef. You know what I mean? Like I was always just like, let's just be friends. Like I just want to be brothers. You know, that's all I wanted. Was just to be cool. And yeah. So I forgot what I was going. What was I talking about?
And we were just talking about Jay-Z doing the album with
R. Kelly.
With R. Kelly, even though he knew that what happened to Aaliyah.
So one of the things that to squash the beef, also I was like, well, and either way, I was like, well, I'm not, just don't put my name on that. I don't want no money from that. If it is, put it to Aaliyah Foundation. So I never, and like they did this shit twice. You know what I'm saying? And then on the run, it's like,
what's crazy is that
it was just
he was right, to be honest, because R. Kelly, once the shit came out on R. Kelly, Jay-Z fled the scene. Well, that whole situation, he just disappeared. At least from where I was.
Yeah, whatever. But the point was he knew all the time. So
didn't they say Fiesta was shot on?
The point was he knew the whole time. He knew the whole time. And he probably was bitter because he couldn't get at her. So like, ah, man, fuck her then. I don't care. I don't care what you did to her. No morals, no integrity.
Epstein Island or some shit?
No, no.
You know, I just be scrolling Instagram.
Yeah. Facebook.
That's not on New York Times, but
it's on Facebook.
I saw on the gram.
It depends how you want to look, how smart you want to look. I would be conscious and cognizant of
where's y'all shoot Fiesta?
Where I get my information. I forgot. It wasn't on no island. It wasn't the same time.
Just checking.
Yeah.
You heard it first. Fiesta's safe.
Wow.
I mean, they would say some shit like that, right?
Yeah.
No, I never came across Epstein, though.
Okay.
You come across so you East Coast, all that. You ever around Biggie in the studio?
Of course, he said my name. We were close.
Okay.
You know, say my name. I make him dash like Dame. Yeah. He was cool as fuck. He was supposed to come with us. He was gonna come with us. Commission was supposed to be MJ, and we were gonna figure out which girl it was gonna be. So he was gonna do this double album and do a triple album and be out his contract, and then come with us.
Oh, what could have been?
Yeah, you're asking some questions. I can't smoke in here.
Yeah.
Go on.
Yes.
Oh, hell yeah. It's the Earz.
The Earz.
Specialize in herbs.
Yeah.
Yeah. We gotta make the mushroom pills.
Oh, yeah, I was gonna ask you about that. I forgot.
But yeah, I think that's about all we need to see of that, because that was pretty much the Aaliyah conversation. That was pretty much the Aaliyah conversation. And, you know, he confirmed what a lot of us already knew. We was wondering what the role was of what, you know, R. Kelly was being accused of when it came to Aaliyah. Now, what a lot of people like to say is, well, R. Kelly trying to marry Aaliyah while she was 15. Oh, it was just a publicity stunt. No, it wasn't. If it was a publicity stunt, he wouldn't have been having sex with her. It would have just been, oh, we just saying we're doing it, but we really ain't got no kind of connection like that. But it's just these weirdos trying to make an excuse for this pedo behavior. Pretty much. Pretty much. And it's sad. It's sad. It's very sad. She was a very talented artist. And we just see that this industry is really weird, man. These guys get out there and these guys, they let their talent get taken over by, these weirdo people that, they control the industry. Now, Let me see. I think it was one more video. One more video I kind of want to scan through. Hold on, I think this is it right here. Yeah, one more video I want to scan through real quick. Because this is Dame Dash 8 months ago. The Diary of CEO Clips. The Diary of CEO Clips is where I'm going to get this from. And Dame, he opens up about Aaliyah. So I haven't listened to this yet, so y'all going to listen to it with me together. And let's just see what, what he recalls. Because he's very active when he's, and very passionate and when he's speaking on his old friend's death. And y'all can't use the same excuse on him as y'all try to use on everybody else. Oh, he just doing it for the money. He just clout chasing. Really? Dame Dash clout chasing? Really? He's Dame Dash needing the money? Really? He's doing this to put these people on. And that's wise. See, this shows when a man can put down his ego and say, you know what? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I should go to somebody that doesn't have a dog in the fight, have a conversation, and see if there's something I can better myself with. A lot of men have too much ego to do this small, little, simple process. What part you need me to replay, Duran B? I don't know where I was at. Okay. Oh, I see what I did. I appreciate that. I appreciate that, Duran B. I'm glad you said something. I'm playing the audio and I forgot to share it. I'm sorry. All right. I appreciate it, Ron B. I appreciate you. Got y'all. I got y'all right now. I took the share down and I forgot to put it back up. Bet. Thank you. Thank you.
What's the hardest moment in your life? When Aaliyah died? When people die, that's the shit that's the hardest. I play out in my head what that would feel like for me. Don't do it. Yeah, I just couldn't.
Uh-oh.
I couldn't get there. My brain wouldn't let me go. Don't want to go there. It's a pain that you couldn't understand. You mentioned at the start of the conversation that you went and had therapy to understand yourself a little bit and to understand your triggers and what was triggering you and where that came from. What age did that happen? Well, being a child like myself, I was always put in therapy no matter what, but I didn't talk. But as I got older, like when Aaliyah died, I just always was looking at it like I might need a consultant that didn't have a dog in the fight to tell me if my actions were right or wrong or to give me advice, sort of like a consigliere. But what I understand about therapy is Black people don't get it. So the study of therapy doesn't come from our trauma. It comes from other people. So when we finally do get it, it's in the wrong language. So we have to find therapists that actually speak our language that come from similar traumas and necessarily know how to talk to us. So that's why I have a program called Healing is Gangster. Taj, he's also in the commission, is a therapist that's been through everything, if not more. And now he's actually got his doctorate and he's a therapist, you know what I mean? And that's the person I talk to daily. Like anytime that I'm unsure about how to react to certain things, the times I'm the most unsure is with my children. And that's when I call him. But then, I had to fight to even be able to see my daughters. So I had to go to court-ordered therapy, and I learned a lot there about how to raise my daughters. So the difference between 25-year-old Damon and 50-year-old Damon, 25-year-old Damon would have thought, because I had Boogie, I was a single father, no one ever talks about that. We went to court and got him. But I used to bring him in my environment and thought that was fathering. But with a child, you have to go to your child's environment. And I needed therapy to actually show me that, how much better it is for me to become a 7-year-old than for my 7-year-old to have to become a 50-year-old. You understand what I'm saying? And be in a place that they don't care about. See, the things that you care about as an adult, your kids don't care about. Just think about what you cared about at certain ages. So you'd be like, oh, they don't care. None of my kids care about any famous people. They don't even know them until they get older. They don't care about anything that I had. That's all they know. It's not like a big deal. It's not like a comparison. Like they're not in another, life where they're, some social class below. And then they're like, oh, you know what I mean? It's just what they know. They just want time. And they want you to do what they're doing. And they want you to speak in their language. And that's what I've learned. That's why I've made all of these with my girl, for my son. She's made children's books and syllabuses from the womb to 3 years old and all this programming on how to interact with your child. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm a way better parent now, which is most important.
What was the hardest moment in your life?
When my mom's died, when Aaliyah died. When people die, that's the shit that's the hardest.
I can agree with him there, y'all. That's the hardest part of life, is watching the people you love leave life. And you realize that, you know, life isn't the end of existence. You get what I'm saying? You realize that, where were you before you were in this body? Did it hurt? You know what I mean? This earth was here jillions of years and eons of years before you ever got in this body, started coming into this body, smoking your weed, having your sex, fighting, arguing, you know, judging, working, slaving, crying, feeling, all that shit. So when you think about life and you think about death, you have to take all these things into account. Like, hold on. There is no life without death. You're born, you live, and then you die, and then what you do? Energy never dies. So wherever you was before you was born, obviously you're going back there after you die. I feel like the only sin there is in life is fear. When you fear, of course you're going against your natural spirit. What the hell is you fearing? You fear a nigga gonna kill you? And so what? You fearing leaving your kids? And they'll be all right. My mother left me when she was 4 years old. It wasn't voluntarily. But guess what I'm here doing right now, y'all? Guess what I'm doing right here now? And one day I'll die. I'll leave somebody behind. I'll leave family members behind. I'll leave people that love me behind. Same thing with all of us. We get over it, we live, we keep living through the spiritual realm. You running around fearing everything, that ain't gonna do nothing but put you in a place, a dark place. You fear people calling you ugly. You fear that you broke. You fear dying. You fear that your child gonna get hurt. You fear this, you fear that. And that's what the evil wants you to do. Somebody tell me when I'm lying. That's what darkness wants you to do. It wants you to fear, because that's when they could swallow up your soul, because you fearing. You in a spirit, you in a realm of fearing. Now tell me if I sound crazy or not. This is why I walk the way I do. Even when I was in prison, nigga, I always remind myself, I trained myself for years. Don't fear. Even when I feel like I'm starting to fear, ain't nothing to fear. Ain't nothing to fear. God got you. Or whatever you want to call it. The high power got you. Because I believe God is a human word. You can't describe something mightier than you. Only thing you can do is fear it. Feel it. Feel it. What the hell is you fearing? You ain't in control of shit. Only thing, you can't fear shit that's on this planet. God told you, nigga, don't worship nothing that's stuck to this motherfucking earth. This is the devil's earth, y'all. This is not God's place. This is where the fallen angels came and created. We were created out of the fallen angels. Then we were given the spirit to make decisions, right or wrong. Decide if you want to stay here, worship this shit, idolize this shit, idolize the football players, the basketball players, the people that can sing, the people that's beautiful, all that shit. Okay, if you love that shit, stay right there on earth. Worship that. It's on, because only motherfuckers that the higher power need in his kingdom is people that can think outside the box, people that can think for themselves. What kind of God or higher power need a nigga that need another nigga to think for them and tell them what the fuck to think? What kind of heaven? What if you was God? Think about if you was God. Do you want to bring an individual up and they quick to follow somebody else? They don't go with what's inside. They don't go with their spirit. They just follow what somebody else do. They follow the crowd. Nah, sit your ass on earth. I'm gonna make you repeat your life over and over and over on that fucking hell turf until you learn. They describe hell as a fiery, burning place. They say the earth burnt for millions and billions of years, and they're probably motherfuckers still sitting here, scared to leave. Everybody scared to leave this burning hell. But maybe I done start preaching too much. Y'all just say shut the hell up, Earz. We supposed to be laughing and joking and having fun. And y'all done got me in the spirit. Why the hell with your high spirit? You got a personal connection to God. Think about what you thinking about right now. When you like, man, get up, stretch, eat. Don't do that. Don't do that. Who the fuck is talking to you? In your head. See, but you'll have these people in front of you. Oh, you shouldn't do that. Hey, God said do this. God said do that. Nigga, God, you heard God in your head. You heard him in your head. What the fuck you need this nigga to tell you what the fuck is right and wrong? You know what the fuck is right and wrong. Oh, you ain't supposed to be cussing. You ain't supposed to say God's name in vain. Bitch, you made up that name God. I'm talking to this motherfucker in my head because somebody is sending me a signal. I ain't gonna say somebody, but something is sending me a signal that's greater than you. Why the fuck should I listen to you when you got taught by them? Maybe I'm confusing y'all. Am I confusing y'all? Let me know when y'all get confused. Just let me know when y'all get confused. I'll stop. Because then I'll know that I'm not talking to people that haven't got them already been touched by a spirit. Or whatever you want to call it in your human words. But I know I get a signal. When I feel the wind touching my skin. When I feel sorry for somebody that I completely don't know. When I just weep for no reason because I feel somebody else hurting. When I hear a woman come to me and she telling me her story and I don't say, oh, you lying on another man. You just lie. When I can actually feel empathy, sympathy, love, pain. That's when you know that you are connected to something. When I want to treat another person equally, that's when you know you connected to something. These niggas ain't connected to shit but this dollar bill. Oh, what I got? I got a house on the hill. I got this. I own this. I got this building. I own this land. I got this. I'm gonna leave this for this. I got this. Only thing you ain't got is a motherfucking soul. Everybody want everything on earth. I want shit beyond this earth. I don't give a fuck if I don't own a damn thing on this world. I've seen people that ain't have a fucking dime. I've seen people that ain't have shit and be the happiest motherfuckers walking around in spirit. And I've seen niggas that had everything, all the money you can want, all the cars, all the bad bitches, all the everything. Everything they can buy everything on this fucking planet. And they want to be like that motherfucker that ain't got a dime. They ain't got a worry in the world. A motherfucker that can sleep on the sidewalk and don't give a fuck about nobody passing by because they comfortable in their own skin. Y'all don't hear me. Say don't break out with a cheese line story. Oh man. I'm looking at my phone over here. If y'all wonder why I keep looking over here, I got my phone over here checking the text. Salute Miss Marty Ma for I'm sorry, Moni Ma. I appreciate the $5. I appreciate it. It's people that got, look at, for example, look at this 7-foot panda coon we keep looking at every day on the internet. We know this motherfucker ain't happy. He want to always tell you about what he got, what he did, who all respect him, all that shit. We don't give a fuck about none of that. He wants us to look at him and value him more than us. And look at them idiots that sit over there in that chair. Yeah, Queen Kwame is the best man. Kwame is this, he's this. You be like, what? Look at the nigga we talking about now, R. Kelly. Oh, he's the king of R&B. Oh, he couldn't have been that bad. Why the woman did that? Look at him now. Look at these rappers. You can look right in their motherfucking eyes. Look at somebody like Kodak Black. Person dropped $4 million right in their damn lap. Got everything he want. We see that man having nervous breakdowns. Look at them all, y'all. Look at Dame right now. Salute Divine, Diva Divine. Look at Dame right now. Do this nigga look happy? Do this man look happy? He got probably everything you could dream of. Only thing probably makes this man happy is seeing one of his loved ones happy. Seeing his daughters happy. Seeing people he loves happy. That's what makes me happy. It makes me happy to connect with real people, to connect with real spirits, to have real conversations, to have real emotions, to have a real life, to be able to walk out my house and not have people run up, hey, Earz, did you did this to this girl? Hey, Earz, what's your next movie? Hey, Earz, when you gonna make another hit song? Hey, Earz, I don't want that shit. But some people want that shit so bad until they get it, and then they notice they ain't got nothing. Think about Bootsy. He want to be gangster so bad, and he want all this. He want all y'all to love him. But I bet that nigga cries eyes out knowing that his own daughter don't love him. This shit get deep, y'all. This shit get deep. Think about a man that go out here and everybody, you can have 1,000 people in your chat right now hollering about how they love you, how you a real man and all that, but your own kids don't come around your ass. And I'm not talking about nobody in particular. I'm just saying, because I know niggas like this. They go around the world and everybody look up to them, but the people that they put on this planet don't even respect them. Tell me how your heart would feel. That's one of the things that made me always say, I don't give a damn who I have a child with. My girl, the girl could be 800 pounds and look like a gorilla. If I stuck my dick in there, I'm taking care of that damn child, because I refuse to look back 20 years from now and say, damn, I could have been in that child's life and I fucking failed as a man. I created a spirit. And I didn't even try to connect with that spirit. Salute to Rockin' with the Truth. Rose with T.Y. Oko. Say preach is. I ain't trying to preach, y'all. Sometimes you know, when I feel like people are listening, when I feel like I'm talking to real people, and for some reason I'm having connection with my chat right now, even though nobody said a damn word, I don't need anybody to say a word back. I just feel the connection, y'all. I just feel like somebody need to hear this. Even though we're talking about something that has nothing to do with us individually. But wise men learn from others' mistakes. I've always learned from others' mistakes. And sometimes I learn from my mistakes. But to become wise, you will learn from others' mistakes. That's why sometimes I pull up these celebrities, because if I talk about a regular person, the way the world's set up, people don't want to hear about it. You see fucked up shit that happened in your life every single day, but it don't even matter until a celebrity do it. So sometimes we have to use these celebrities as the teaching points, because you can have an uncle in your life that did something to a 12-year-old girl and the whole family ignored it because that uncle can fight, or that uncle got money, or that uncle did something, you know, or whatever. But like I say, when it's a celebrity or something, yeah, people pay more attention to it. It's easier to teach a lesson when it's somebody you like. I get it. But y'all notice sometimes I'll bring regular old people lives up here and we talk about that too. If you're in tune with my content, y'all know my shit is not strictly towards celebrities. I talk about everyday people also. I talk about my life. I don't sugarcoat my life. That's why these niggas are out here slandering me. Because I didn't come up here lying to y'all. I didn't come up here lying to y'all. Niggas will say, Earz lie, Earz lie, Earz lie. Now, I might have had times where I've spoken too fast. I'm like, oh, damn, I remember back. I forgot about that part. You know what I'm saying? Trying to remember shit. I might not remember it in all the time in a great way. I try to correct it. But now I just learned like, hey, fuck it. Because they're not looking for the truth. They're looking to bring down the truth teller. I'm spitting in my trash can, y'all. Look. Because there's going to be somebody say, hey, Earz went over there and spit on this fucking floor. Because they're not looking for the truth. They're looking to attack the truth teller because guess what? You might evolve. You might evolve if you keep hearing the truth. They want to keep you blind so you can keep idolizing. I'm going to drop my link just in case anybody want to come up. If nobody wants to come up, I have to do that skip drive. You don't know how they attack me. They attack me viciously. I'm talking about everything I do. And I know why they do it. I know why they do it. Motherfuckers will kill me about the truth. I'm serious. Anybody that got that truth, boy, they at your head. I ain't lying. It's niggas over here recording my live right now and I ain't talking nothing about their ass. They looking for me to do something so they can have some content. Niggas over there right now trying to slander my name, trying to get people to kill me, y'all, because of the truth. Niggas trying to stir up wars with me because of the truth. And just because I didn't lay down for niggas. Exactly, Empress Lily. Some people are just one dimension. I'm not one dimension. I understand when I go sleep and my soul leave this body, I finally get to leave this earth. A nigga that can't sleep, he's stuck on this earth. That's why I work myself to the bone, nigga, till I can't stay up. That way I could finally leave this fucking earth and experience what it feels like to, you know what I'm saying, for my spirit to be released. Y'all better make sure y'all getting some great sleep. Make sure y'all get some great sleep. That's the only time you're gonna leave this goddamn dimension until you die. Other than that, the devil gonna keep you up with all these goddamn mind games, all this influence, all this idolizing, all this expectation. This shit bigger than the human body. Y'all hit that like button, man. Y'all hit that like button. I think I'm done with my preaching session right now. This live, we at almost 2 hours. You know, we've had great conversation. We talked about, you know, Dame Dash's experience, his experience. He's talking about death, you know, and you could tell it really hit him hard, you know, losing someone that he loves like that. You know, I know how that feels. I've never lost a companion, but I've lost a lot of people in my life. So whatever it is your religion is, I don't knock nobody's religion. I don't knock nobody's spirit. I just, you know, I do what I do. I don't like to put a title on what I believe in, because I believe when you start putting titles on stuff, you box it in. I don't know what you want to call what I believe. I just believe in a higher power. That's the simplest way to to describe it. A higher power. You call it whatever the hell you want to. The rules of my higher power is not the same rules of your higher power. You might have church rules, you might have mosque rules, you might have Buddhist rules, whatever rules you got. I might take a little bit out of all y'all. I might, you know what I'm saying, whatever. I take into account what I feel, and everybody should do the same. If your spirit is telling you to run around and kill people and whatever, that's probably because you something from another spirit. My spirit doesn't do that. My aura protects me. I've been in some fucked up situations. I've had a nigga stand over me with a gun ready to take my life. And I swear an angel came and took that and stopped that man. I've been shot at. I've had niggas come in with AK-40s. I've had niggas come in and put guns to my head, ready to kill me. And God always sent me, or whatever you want to call it. There's always been a protection. When I went into prison, I was a little skinny kid. I was protected the whole way though. So it's all about your aura. It's all about in you. It's all about in you. Always remember that, people. Don't let another motherfucker try to knock you off of your balance, because they're not jealous of what you got on this human earth. They jealous of what's in you. It's not on you, it's in you. I know y'all have heard that. That's a great quote. And that's why niggas mad at me right now. That's why niggas are over there making videos worrying about how I work out. Worrying about if I do slow motion with an 82-year-old man so he can show me the pressure points in slow motion. It's because they don't have no content. Only thing they need people to do is worship them. They need people to worship them and hate somebody else. Hate is the fuel that fuels these devils, y'all. When you start hating, when you do something to these young ladies, guess what they start doing? They start hating the world. That fuels these evil demons. When you kill somebody and you make all these people sad and angry, that fuels these demons. You can't see these demons. You can't see them. But a demon can get inside a person and make them act certain kind of ways just to cause chaos, just to cause hate, just to cause anger, just to cause bitter, because that's what they feed off of, that negative energy. That's why our country does things. They put negative shit in front of us all the time. They need you to be negative all the time. They need you to see death all the time. They need you to fear all the time. They drink your fear like water, like Gatorade. This is the devil's world, y'all. They are fueled off of your fear, off your negative energy. And you can say, Earz, you're a crazy motherfucker, but that's just my belief. And I'm going to leave it with that because I want to keep this under 2 hours. Make sure y'all leave a comment. You know, of the video. Make sure y'all hit the like button. We still got 41 people in here. Hell, if you was in here to listen to this conversation, you can't be a hater. Hit the like button. Get that hate out of your motherfucking system. Because they ain't gonna do nothing but make you stink. And you're gonna have to do you another bid on this planet. And I ain't trying to get out of it. I ain't trying to do another bid on this planet. I'm trying to uprise my spirit. I'm trying to rise my frequency. But I was sent here for a reason. We all been trying to figure out what the reason we been sent here. I think I know, but I'm not going to tell any fucking body. I'm just going to do my damn job, and it was my time. I'm done. The impact of what you leave to the other spirits, and if you believe in any kind of spirituality or whatever, or ancient mythology or anything, you'll look at Thoth, and you'll see the books that they wrote. When you leave this earth, they weigh your soul with a feather. And then what happens, y'all? That's how you choose what gate you will go in when they weigh your soul on the scale of a feather. Y'all have a nice night.
Always 10 toes down, winter to the summer. Head coach of my team, I'm like a trap Tony Dungeon. My swag go ham, y'all swag so baloney. You looking for a fight, well bitch, I'm ready for a rumble. I'm one of niggas, I am not the one that I'm wrong. I'm known to let them cage rip, teach a nigga about that thunder.
Hold up, little daddy, if you call me, you on my time. No need for discussion, I ain't rushing, let me serve mine. Already flying, like my whip done grew wings on it. Got that solid D like 3 NFL teams on me. Heater on me like the middle of December. Finna find a low number and G grind all winter. I'm cooking dinners and I ain't talking about soul food. And get your mans to holler, serve who, bitch, I don't know you. Street smart, you know I still